So we beat the Miami Heat, a way too good first round matchup. Who do we have waiting for us on the other side? Oh, well, good. It's the Milwaukee frickin' Bucks. Now, this isn't exactly the Bucks team that will be heading into this season in real life, as obviously Jrue Holiday is on our team. What I did to semi-make up for this was give them back Bledsoe and George Hill while giving them Robert Covington instead of him being on the Portland Trail Blazers since they already had Joel Embiid. Jrue would still be better than that, however, this is the best that I could do for them. As for some adjustments I had to make for this team because of 2K's stupidity, well, all I had to do was make Hassan Whiteside come off of the bench while starting Brook Lopez. Hassan Whiteside is an 84 overall in 2K because 2K is stupid. I don't know why he is on the Bucks, but at least he isn't starting over an all-defensive center who can shoot. So as for our matchup versus the Bucks, defensively speaking, just like I feel we had a good matchup versus the Heat, I feel we have a good one versus the Bucks. Just like Ben Simmons is the perfect one-on-one matchup for Bam, he is also pretty close to that for Giannis. The difference is, well, Giannis is a lot better than Bam Adebayo. He is in real life, and he is especially better in 2K. Giannis is one of the most cheat code-like players in the league, and for that reason, this matchup ain't going to be easy. There is, of course, some solutions to this. The biggest one being, I'm going to leave Giannis completely wide open from 3. There is also the wall idea that the Raptors and Heat did, and theoretically we could do it by starting Aaron Baines, but I've found that when I've done that in the past, it usually resulted in a considerably worse offense for us. On top of that, I found that from a one-on-one perspective, Ben can really handle himself against even the most dominant big men out there just fine, so I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to sag off of Giannis and let Ben handle him one-on-one. I imagine Giannis will score a good amount against us, but there shouldn't be need to panic. That's to be expected. So long as we can keep it relatively contained, it's all good. As for the rest of the defensive matchups, I don't feel they're as important or as difficult as the non-Bam and Jimmy matchups with the Heat. Eric Bledsoe is going to be guarded by Gary Trent Jr., Middleton is going to be guarded by Jrue Holiday, CJ on Robert Covington, and Thibault on Brook Lopez. I'd like to put Thibault on Chris and Jrue on Bledsoe, however, I don't want someone who can't handle even a little bit of physicality on Brook Lopez. Thibault can do it better than anyone in the starting lineup outside of Ben, and I'm not too worried about Brook posting him up. I would be if it was CJ or Trent on him, but I don't feel like the CPU is going to attack him all that much. Also on the boards, offensive rebound wise, Brook is almost always on the perimeter, so I don't think we'll be giving up that many to him. Offensively, this is a very good defensive team, and if Giannis is matched up with Ben, it's going to be real difficult. There's a lot of perimeter defense here. Jrue has Bledsoe on him, CJ has a 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan Chris Middleton on him, Robert Covington is a great team defender, Brook Lopez is a great rim protector. This team was the 3rd best defense in the NBA, basically tied with the Celtics for 2nd, and I imagine there will be times where we struggle offensively. So as for the question of do I think we will win this series, well, in the case of the Miami Heat, I probably would have said no to that if that team had translated well to 2K, but they didn't, so I said yes, I thought we would. Sometimes teams and players just aren't as good in the game as they are IRL, and sometimes they are better in the game than real life, and an example of that end of the spectrum would be the Milwaukee Bucks. So this series is going to be a whole lot more difficult, and I'd lean towards saying no, we probably won't win. However, I do think it will be close, but this is the best team in the playoffs in the East, so I'm not entirely optimistic, and I have not considered this team a contender, and I do consider the Bucks that, so not thinking we're going to win this one. Well, actually, they're the best team in the Eastern Conference playoffs outside of the Orlando Magic, who won 4-1 as the 8th seed, so there is that. But let's get into this series. Alright, so this time around we do not have the home court advantage, so of course we are starting off in Milwaukee. Right out of the gate, Giannis attacking Ben Simmons and just completely shitting over my idea that he would be a good matchup for him, and then Brook Lopez gets wide open because of a switch, so not a great start defensively for us. Jrue Holiday in the pick and roll gets the easy mid-range shot, then Chris Middleton gets this one baseline. This is certainly an interesting matchup for us. They are like weirdly a team that doesn't like play against our strengths too much, but also they have air. I don't know what I'm saying. This is a weird matchup, but also not a bad one, but it's a better team, so it kind of is what it is. Off of the bench, I didn't really talk about the Bucks bench unit. It's a lot better than I think it's been given credit for in real life this year, so of course it's better than given credit for in 2K as well. Operation Leave Giannis wide open from 3 went well on the first go of it, and then Ben Simmons is able to take it coast to coast. It seems like Ben is going to be guarded by the center on the team and not Giannis for the most part in this series, so that is definitely going to be a big help. CJ left open in the corner, very nearly got an offensive interference there, but luckily Ben's hands did not touch the ball while it was in the hoop. Nice strip there by Gary Trent Jr., who throws it up court to CJ, who of course lobs that up to Ben Simmons. That was just simply too easy, and we're actually playing pretty good in Milwaukee now, but Giannis drops that three-pointer. Bobby Portis pulling up for mid-range out of the pick and roll, which is not something I expected. CJ somehow manages to get that jump shot to drop over George Hill. I would say this Bucks team is deeper than the version of them with Drew Holiday, but I don't know that they're necessarily better. Chris Middleton throwing the lob to Giannis, where he was able to corral that, and it just looked very good. Then he gets this mid-range pull-up there, and I attack Brook Lopez. It's relatively easy to get by him. That was luckily not a charge and a blocking foul, so that point did count, but then I just leave Giannis open for the cut. Then Giannis wide open from 3, and Operation Leave Giannis open didn't exactly work in the crunch time of this game. Chris Middleton able to power through that shot right there. I'm able to get this one to drop with CJ McCollum, but it was kind of all she wrote, and Giannis just puts the nail in the coffin right there as he gets another three-pointer to drop in the clutch. So Game 1 did not go our way, 31-19 from Ben Simmons, so he didn't really struggle too much as they weren't actually putting Giannis on him. But the rest of it just did not go particularly well. And I simulated Game 2, and that didn't go well either. So we are now in a 2-0 deficit to the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis missing that three-pointer now on our home court. Gary Trent with the catch-and-shoot three-pointer. Not to spoil this game too much, but this is now 2 three-pointers for Gary Trent in this game. Just might want to keep an eye on that. Robert Covington bricks that three-pointer with a good contest from, I believe that was Drew Holiday, and then Ben takes it from coast to coast with a nice series of crossovers. Gary Trent catches this one, and that is somehow a green release and somehow wide open, but very early start for Gary Trent, who just got his 3rd three-pointer of the game. I leave Giannis open, doesn't go well. Leave Giannis open, I actually get somewhat of a contest there, doesn't go well. So this leave Giannis open plan has not exactly worked out, and then DJ Augustine is able to get that three-pointer. But Giannis misses that one, and I have been getting Giannis to shoot a bunch. 4th three-pointer right there from Gary Trent, and I would say overall it is a positive thing that he's shooting this many three-pointers, but he is also hitting more than I anticipated him making, which is far from ideal. Gary Trent, three-pointer number 5 over Brook Lopez. He is having, we can label this, I guess, as the Gary Trent game. Three-pointer number 6 off of the assist from Ben Simmons. Donte DiVincenzo misses that mid-range pull-up, and then Ben Simmons gets it to Trent in the corner. Three-pointer number 7 over Donte DiVincenzo. Off of this inbound, I'm able to get a screen. Three-pointer number 8 for Gary Trent. He is having a fantastic game. Brook Lopez misses that three-pointer, but then he gets the second time's a charm from the tip-out from Giannis. In the pick and roll now with Drew Holiday. I always have to show these off because that's kind of a huge foundation of our offense. Gary Trent, three-pointer number 9 out of the corner. Giannis gets this reverse layup to go, and just one more right there to put the nail in there. Gary Trent, three-pointer number 10. So Gary Trent had a hell of a game for us, and we pretty much walk away with this one rather easily versus the Milwaukee Bucks. So Game 3 on our home court went well. 10 for 17 from 3 for Gary Trent, just chucking them out there, but he was making them, so I was just giving him as many attempts as I could get for him. Good game from everybody else around. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know why. Okay, also Giannis, 9 for 22, 3 for 12 from 3. So even though I was complaining about it, I showed all of his makes. He did shoot 25% from 3, so it went relatively well. But I simulate Game 4, and I was going to hope to jump in, but it was a blowout. So after all that positive shit, we are now in a 3-1 deficit to the Milwaukee Bucks. CJ able to get by Bledsoe there rather easily. Then this mid-range pull-up at the free throw line range. I block Giannis right there. Ben Simmons also, I wasn't able to highlight it too much. Gary Trent, another three-pointer here, starting off this game well. But Ben Simmons played some pretty good defense on Giannis. He was just kind of a cheat code, and sometimes he would drop the three-pointers. Pick and roll right there from Jrue Holiday to Ben Simmons. Again, it's kind of boring, but I have to highlight them. Giannis makes that BS over Ben Simmons despite a good contest. Bobby Portis a little too slow for Tobias Harris, so I'm kind of able to just run until I'm open. Chris Middleton with the pull-up three-pointer out of the pick and roll. Ben Simmons open for the jumper, so not taking it, but he somehow makes that shot, which kind of makes up for the BS that happened with Giannis there. That alley-oop probably shouldn't have worked, but then Ben Simmons is just a cheat code. That alley-oop also shouldn't have worked, so it's kind of like we're trading off BS for BS here. Easy crossover and dunk for Ben Simmons right there over Chris Middleton. Giannis doesn't get that one to drop over Ben Simmons. Good contest by him. And then Ben Simmons pushing it all the way. Couple crossovers, gets by Giannis and one. Very good game thus far for Ben Simmons as he has 28 points in the third quarter. Attacking Hassan Whiteside this time now with a spin move, able to get that dunk. And then CJ with the step back completely loses George Hill as he stumbles. Crossovers in this game are pretty stupid. Another three for Giannis. It's just real quick, go to replay mode there for you for that poster on Bobby Portis. And then crossover by Ben Simmons. Another poster on Bobby Portis. Ben Simmons with 37 now. As I was saying, crossovers in this game are stupid. You don't actually cross people over. You just do a couple of animations and suddenly they fall over, which is very dumb. I feel like 2K could have finally done something to make that make sense in next gen, but no, it's even dumber than what it was in previous gen. So yeah, but bench unit in now did not go well. Kind of gave the Bucks the lead back, but the lob to Ben Simmons from Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday open for the mid-range shot off of that pick and roll. Ben Simmons once more has Bledsoe on him. You know he's going to finish that one. So 47 points for Ben Simmons in this game. You'll notice not a whole lot of assists because I'm just kind of taking over with him at this point. Crossover on Brook Lopez gets it to 50 points and 25 rebounds for his playoff game. And then to close this one out, I get the full court pass to Ben Simmons. Giannis had 39, but Ben Simmons did better with 57 and 30, as well as 6 blocks. In the fourth quarter and third quarter, he had 18 and 19 there, so just completely took over with him to get that win in Milwaukee. There was another example of the stupid crossover there with CJ right there, and he's able to get the mid-range pull-up out of it. Lob gets broken up by Hassan Whiteside, and then Giannis takes it up the court. And Brook Lopez steps into a three-pointer as I left him open with Ben Simmons. Gary Trent with the mid-range shot off of the screen, not something you see too often today, a catch-and-shoot mid-range shot. Chris Middleton is able to attack that and get the and one. CJ missing that one, but Ben Simmons with the rebound, kick out to Gary Trent, who gets that green release. I really love hitting threes with Gary Trent. That's why you see them a lot. That's why I really loved Game 3 where he got 10 of them. Three-point buzzer beater right there for Josh Richardson to close out the first quarter. CJ with Giannis on him is able to get enough space to fade away. The guy on his back, I guess, didn't affect the contest there. Another green release pull-up shot for CJ McCollum. But another pull-up shot there, that time for Chris Middleton. Jrue Holiday to Gary Trent in the corner, gets that three-pointer to go. Offensively, we haven't had too much issues, and one right there for Ben Simmons on Brook Lopez. But defensively, when shots like this are dropping, it's going to be an issue because I really can't defend the Bucks if Giannis is going to be dropping the three-pointers. And then and one right there by Giannis. Ben Simmons a little too late to bring the contest. CJ attacking the basket, pushes George Hill off of him to finish that one to close out the half. Ben Simmons attacks Brook Lopez on him. I kind of wish Giannis would have matched up with him, and another three-pointer for him. I've seen a lot of people suggest like going into the other team's defensive settings and setting that to be the matchup, but then I found that after a little bit it ends up changing, so it doesn't feel like it's worth it to me. Apparently Giannis has turned into Ray Allen in this game, walks into that one and pulls up and makes it. So this has not been great defensively for us because Giannis just can't miss from three. I even contested that one. Just did not matter. Chris Middleton, that's a guy you don't want to leave open, but we did anyways. And then fucking Hassan Whiteside made a three-pointer. Robert Covington makes a three-pointer over the contest from Thibault. Then I play good defense here and block Hassan Whiteside, and then Robert Covington catches it and puts it back up. So it was a hard-fought series. Giannis just putting the nail in the coffin. I've used that phrase 3 times. Unfortunately, the Bucks were just better than us, and then in this game 6, when we were trying to make the comeback, they just obliterated us with 3-pointers. So not able to win this one. Ben Simmons was a little bit more down to earth in this one. Giannis with 40 points and 15 rebounds. 6 for 16 from 3 is not amazing, but he hit them when they counted most, and that's what mattered. Okay, so remember how I said the Magic were the best team in the East? Yeah, that was supposed to be a joke, but apparently they were not only the best team in the East as they beat the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals 4-3, they also beat the Warriors, who have a healthy Klay Thompson, in 5 games in the finals. Meaning, we just witnessed the greatest playoff run of all time, including a Finals MVP performance from Nikola Vucevic. So yeah, 2K sure is fun. But now that our season is over, we can finally dive into some ways to actually improve this team, so that Giannis can at least not completely fuck us in the playoffs next year, or at the very least, he can at least take us to dinner first. That is the end of this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more MyNBA content like this, and cue the outro music.